I now added MIDI Polyphonic Expression support to the keyboard control in MusiKraken. With MPE you can control some parameters of multiple notes independently. Each note is assigned to a separate MIDI channel, and this way pitch bend, channel pressure and the third value can be sent separately for each note. Pitch bend can be controlled by sliding sideways on the keys. The app computes the pitch bend depending on the pitch bend range set in the settings and on which note the finger did slide, so it should still move to the correct note even if the keyboard is restricted to a specific scale. By default, the channel pressure is set to touch pressure, or to touch radius if the device doesn't support pressure. The touch radius can be changed by laying a finger flatter on the screen. But some Android devices do not even support radius, so you can also reassign this in the settings. The third parameter can be controlled by sliding up and down on the keys. This sliding is a bit different compared to the usual Y-axis sliding in MusiKraken, as the value is directly mapped to the position of the finger on the key, so on the top we have the largest value and at the bottom the lowest value. The keyboard control now has new settings. By default, MPE is disabled, so enable it here if you want it. As pitch bending can sometimes sound very strange, you can also disable it. You can also disable or change the way you can control the other two values in the settings. There is also a switch to enable the sending of the MPE configuration message. Some instruments require this message to be sent so that MPE works correctly, while other instruments crash if you send them, so I disabled it by default. And there is a switch for the channel per touch mode. MPE is usually defined as channel per note, but some instruments support to assign the channel per touch instead. The difference is basically that in this mode you can put two fingers down on the same key, and two different voices will be played and can be controlled separately. But if you, for example, do this in Ableton Live, this can create chaos, so only activate this if you know that the instrument supports it. There is now also a mono pitch bend. If you do not want to use MPE but want to use a pitch bend for a normal mono or legato instrument instead, you can enable this in the settings. And the pitch bend range needs to be matched to the pitch bend of the instrument. For MPE this is usually 48 semitones, which is the default, and for non-MPE instruments it is usually 12. And to finish this, one important remark. For most instruments you do not really need MPE. That is why I haven't added it previously. In MusiKraken you can control multiple parameters simultaneously anyways. You only need MPE if you want to simultaneously change different parameters on multiple notes of the same instrument. And of course this only works if the instrument supports MPE. But if it does, then why not use it?